One of the most common pain points we hear at LedgerUp is at the end of the month or the end of the billing cycle, I get stuck with this massive CSV, and it's my job to figure out the usage that company had, as well as go back into the contract, figure out what tier they're on, and then actually create all these invoices by hand. But fortunately, there's a better way to do it, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So this is an example of a very common CSV that we see get uploaded into our system, everything from the customer name to the usage that they're actually getting billed for, from API queries to compute credits. And we can see this is the past 2 months of data for this one specific customer. So instead of actually summing up all these rows, finding what was allotted in the contract, and then creating these invoices manually, what we can do is just simply pass this over to our agent Ari and then have him create these invoices. So what I did was I actually just gave him the CSV that you just saw, and I just said, Ari, this is the usage data for December and January for Valora Systems. Can you please create these invoices? So what he's going to do is he's going to read the CSV, sum up all the rows, sum up all the columns, and then figure out what exactly we should be billing based off of what was allotted in the contract. So to give more context about the contract, this is what he's billing off of. You can see the API queries, the data processing, the dashboard views, etc., all have their own pricing tiers. So what he's going to do is he's going to actually find out what exactly each month should be billed for, and then create these invoices automatically in Stripe. And we'll give him a few seconds to do that now. All right, you can see he just finished. So if we click on this reply, you can see what he did is he first found the Stripe customer, then he found the individual components of the PDF that we're actually linking this to, and then he found the product in Stripe that this needs to be billed for. And you can see this is his plan. After summing up all the different columns and then comparing it to what the actual rate was for that tier, he then created an amount for each one of these. And you can see he broke it out for the December as well as the January usage. And all we have to do is just simply hit approve, and then he'll go in and actually create these invoices automatically for us. No more parsing through a CSV, going back to a contract and figuring it out. It can all just be done by simply adding Ari and giving him the CSV. And you can see he just finished. So you can see same customer, he just created this invoice and this invoice here. So what we can do is we can actually just jump right into Stripe, which we have right here, and then click on the Valora example. And if we scroll down, we'll see these two invoices were created at 7:05, which it is right now. So we can jump in and we can see he even created the line items for the number of queries and then what tier, and specifically the name of the tier that they're on, as well as the different prices and then the total at the end, of course. And then we can jump into the other one, and you can see he'll do the same thing, breaking it out into individual line items, doing it based off of different tiers, and then actually summing these all up into one total. So if you're a company that's dealing with stuff like bulk CSV uploads or just dealing with usage as a nightmare, whether it's in Stripe, QuickBooks, NetSuite, etc., doesn't matter. Would love to talk and show you how we could automate this.